Hi, I'm vocal coach Eli Prinsen, founder of Hybrid Vocal Technique, or HVT for short. This video is I'd like to take the time to tell you a little bit about HVT and also to invite you to check it out. Okay, if you are a singer or an aspiring singer, a seasoned pro, a raw beginner, or someone who just wants to learn how to sing, okay, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what voice type you have. If you're a baritone or a bass or a tenor or a soprano, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter what type of music you wish to sing, okay? HVT, in my opinion, and the way I like to describe HVT is that it is real-world vocal training. Or, to be blunt, it's what actually works, okay? And the reason I say that with confidence is because if you listen to the sound of this voice, this speaking voice that I have, there's probably so many of you watching this right now that are like, I know exactly what he's about to say, okay? I know so many of you have gone to local voice teachers, voice coaches, even online coaches. They've listened to you say the first sentence out of your mouth and they tell you you're a baritone or you're a bass or you're an alto. You'll never be able to sing these songs that are too high for you. You'll never be able to sing this stuff. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. And before I go any further, you've come to the right place, okay? Listen to this voice, okay? I was lucky, and the very first voice teacher I went to, my main voice teacher, his name was Al Cohen over in Largo, Florida. I gave him this massive Christmas list of things I wanted to be able to do with my voice, and I had no ability whatsoever. None. No talent. I was a drummer who just wished he could sing, because when I was growing up back in the 80s, everybody was singing super high, and I couldn't do it because I had this voice, okay? So I walk in there and I tell him, hey, this is what I'm looking to do, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, let's go. Let's get to work. And the guy was a madman. Yeah, I mean that in a good way. If anything, he put zero limitations on me, and he pushed me beyond what I ever even dreamed I could achieve. I mean, he delivered, and he worked me hard, but it was fun. Okay, so I trained with him for several years. And even before, even while I was still singing and gigging and recording and playing out and everything, I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. I always knew it because I had to learn. I had to learn not only, I had to be trained, obviously, but I had like every problem you could ever have. I had to learn how to fix all that stuff. So it helped me to be a better teacher, okay? Because I didn't have any talent. I couldn't sing. I couldn't do anything, nothing. I had no range, nothing, okay? And so he helped me to get where I wanted to go. And then after I finished studying with him, I was so into the voice, so obsessed with it, that I read every book I could get a hold of. And then I studied with several more teachers in different disciplines on purpose, just to be open-minded, to see what else there was out there. If there was anything I had missed or anything that could help me to improve, beyond even, I was very thankful for what I had, but I wanted to just, I wanted to see what else there was out there. So I studied some scientific vocal systems. I studied Gantone, jaw larynx body fusion, and scientific approach application. Then I studied basic shape, and then I studied speech level singing, okay? And I found a lot of value, or at least some value, in each system, okay? And I used to hear a lot of other teachers kind of slam other systems, and I'm sure that was for self-serving marketing purposes, just to be blunt, but there was value in each of these systems. And so I took exercises and techniques from all these other systems, and I incorporated them with my main training that I had with my first teacher And I learned how to intertwine all this stuff and to make it work even better. And once I started teaching, not only did it make my own voice better and easier to use, made my life easier as a singer, but it helped me to teach people and to get them where I ended up being a lot faster. Me being kind of a blockhead, it took me a while, but it's really satisfying, and it feels great to know that I'm able to help people to get where they want to go a lot quicker than what it took me to get there. Okay, and I think that's from having great teachers and doing a lot of listening, a lot of studying, and having to fix all the problems I had. So knowing how to do that has helped me, and so now I pass that on to my students. But hybrid vocal technique, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter what you want to sing. I've heard people, speaking of that, I've heard people say, oh, well, Eli, he's a power metal singer, or he's a rock singer. You need to go to an R&B coach or a country coach or classical coach. And that's nonsense, okay? Because I teach every one of them styles. I teach students from all over the world in styles I never even heard of, because HVT is all about developing the human voice to reaching its maximum potential in range, power, quality, stamina, and endurance. Doesn't matter what you want to sing, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter if you have the baritone curse, it doesn't matter, okay? Every human voice has the potential, with training and barring any sort of unfortunate deformity or anything like that, every human voice has the potential to achieve, with training, a 4-octave vocal range, and in some cases even more, okay? I have several students that have gotten 4 octaves, 5 octaves, and in rare instances, even 6, which is pretty insane, okay? But that's because some of them can actually get into the whistle voice and get way up even to the top of that, to the overtone whistle voice, which is just mind-blowing, okay? So long story short, hate to be long-winded, always am, always was. If you check out the links in the description, you can get more information on hybrid vocal technique vocal training. I offer several vocal training programs. I have my flagship hybrid vocal technique Master Series Ultimate Vocal Training Program. I have extended studies series programs which zero in on and expand on specific parts of the voice, like eliminating the vocal break or extending the belt range, extending the low range for the higher voice singers. There is neutralizing the larynx to keep it from rising up, all sorts of things, okay? And I also teach private lessons, one-on-one private lessons via Skype, okay? So check out all the links in the description and see what is right for you. If you're interested in hybrid vocal technique, I hope you are. I would love to be your coach and help you to expand that range, get your voice just as good as you could possibly get it, so you can do whatever you want with it. And I'm here to help you, okay? So, been turned away from other coaches, oh, your voice is too deep, blah, 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 blah. It's nonsense. Come see me and let's do it. And before you leave, please subscribe, okay? Have a great day.